Alright, I'm gonna allow a couple of seconds here for things to start up. But back by popular-ish demand, and because I haven't done this in about a billion jillion years, I'm gonna do another BROLO. So it's nice to see you guys. But first, I had a request to talk a little bit about hotbar settings. And if you guys have seen me in the past, I am constantly jumping around. You can see my hotbars freaking out. I use literally everything. Vel uses literally everything. We're both very hotbar intensive people. Both of us have done a lot of research on how to set things up using hotbars and to make our lives more ergonomic and more easy. And recently, even you'll see my hotbars changed yet again because I traded cards with the tank that actually taught me to tank, and he helped me out a lot. And I'm working with a different opener, a different combo, and all kinds of fun stuff. We'll get into that when we do the BROLO stuff, but before we get into that, let's talk about hotbars. So, first things first, if you're just trying to look, anybody who's new and just jumping in, if you're trying to like change things, I don't know if you can see this right on my screen. So if you look at the very bottom of my screen, I'm gonna get my little cursor up here. If you look at the bottom of my screen, you can see this nice lovely hotbar. If you look down this center line right here, when I hold on to R2, you can see edit. Nice little edit comes up where our mouse is. Pad button. Pad button is your center pad. You press your center pad. If you want to move something around, you just switch around between what you want to move. So let's say I want to move shirk. Take shirk, and I want to move it over here. So what I do is I press the button that it's on, which is on circle right now. It's L2 circle. Say I want to move it back to L2 square, because I like it over there and I'm not going to accidentally hit it. Put it back on L2 square. Now, let's say I want to move something that's on my second hotbar over here. What I'm going to do is while I'm in this mode, I'm going to press R1, or I think R1 is the way for me to do it. R1, and you can see I got my little 1 highlighted up over here. Maybe I want to go to hotbar 4. Go over to hotbar 4, you see I have a different hotbar there. I can move something if I really, really want to. I can take my pad button, get raw intuition, go back to 1, and bring raw intuition over there. But anybody who knows me knows that I hate raw intuition. So let's say I want to get rid of it completely. Fuck it, I don't want it on my bar anymore. What I'm going to do, got my pad. You can see this little blue screen that comes up every time I edit. Press the circle button once, and you know what I do? Press circle button again. Delete from hotbar. Yes, please delete that from my hotbar. I'm never going to use it. That's actually not true. I have a raw intuition somewhere on this hotbar. In fact, I actually have it on 2. But anyway, I don't need it where it was before. The hotbar you saw is an old one I was actually playing around with. So, getting that out of the way. That's fun things for setting up. Hey, what up, Charlie Dean? I am doing hotbar things today. Alright, now, getting on to how you set up your character bars. And just like how your hotbars behave. For a warrior, it's not that bad because I have lots and lots of abilities, but there are classes, Black Mage, Summoner, Scholar, where you really kind of can get super micromanaged with your hotbars. If you want to start working on that kind of stuff, you go into your menu. So if you're on controller, you go Options, go over down to System, you go to Character Configuration, I believe. In Character Configuration, you're going to go down here on the side to Hotbar Settings. Initially, this is just going to be so first things first, display is literally just the stuff that's displayed. Do you want to see recast times? Which I want to see. I like seeing I believe that's a global cooldown. I could be wrong. Hide unassigned slots. I have things that are not there. I guess the best way to say this is I don't like having, big empty blobs places. I'd rather, if I don't have to see, I want it to be pretty. I want it to be aesthetic. Display the hotbar numbers. Yes, I like knowing which hotbar I'm on. That helps me when I'm toggling back and forth. You can enable hotbar cycling button, which lets me cycle through all my different hotbars, which I like that. Include pet hotbar when cycling. And cycling is literally when you're going between your hotbars, when you're toggling, and I'll get into that in a sec. Enable drag and drop repositioning. This is really good for moving your hotbars around and making your personal screen ergonomics the best for what you want to do. But yeah, that's kind of like the basic setting things up. I have a hotbar 4, I think, is always the same. You can set the way your hotbars are oriented on your screen. This is probably more important even for people who use keyboard. For me, it's not as useful because I have these PlayStation 4 hotbars. Alright, moving on, you can scroll down. Pet hotbar. So this is if you're working with a pet and you want to micromanage their hotbar and you want to put that through. I don't know lots about this because I'm not very good with pet-oriented classes. Tell, I have no pets. Not too much. I am doing a request for a friend who wanted to know a little bit more about how to set up their hotbars in this game. So I figured I would give like a quick guide on this. Alright. And automatically replace cross hotbar 1 with pet hotbar when mounted. Yeah, sure. I'm not sure why I have that checked, but I do. Alright, so now you can have shared hotbars. On a hotbar, I believe this part here is the long hotbars. You can see it's what I call a cooldown hotbar. If you're running on controller, if you're on PC, this is actually where your keyboard bars are. Cross hotbar is going to be this PlayStation 4 hotbar thingy. I have 8 shared. 8 is my transport. What up? Charlie Dean is requesting that I listen. What is up? What is up? He has news for me. I haven't seen him in a really long time. But one thing I will say real quick, just so you guys know, on hotbar 8, I set up like a transport hotbar, and that's kind of like my running and teleporting and mounts and stuff like that. You can switch, you can keep on whatever ones you want. These are hotbars that are going to stay no matter what class you are, no matter where you are, no matter what you do. Oh God, Charlie Dean, I love you. I never forgot that day. This is gonna be an interjection here, but I definitely did get a comment at some point. Somebody had sent me mail and thought I was teaching one of their classes. I'm sorry, but I'm not. I am really sorry. I'm actually a terrible teacher, which is why I do not teach. How's it going? How's it going? Long time no see. And I'm gonna move over to these cross hotbars real quick too, Charlie. What are we doing here? Oh yeah, so cross hotbar. This is really important if you're running on a controller. This is kind of the meat and potato stuff that you really want to get into. First off, enable cross hotbar. This lets you move around in your hotbar settings. I always have it displaying my cross hotbar because I like seeing where all my stuff is. Hotbar help is the name of all of your techniques. If you like having a name up, that is awesome. Party on, Charlie! My hotbar might, but I probably won't. It's cold over here now. It rained earlier today. Oh man. Oh, alrighty. Yes, eventually we will. So, alright, so I'll make an interjection again. So, in terms of Destiny, you guys may see me on Destiny again at some point. I'm kind of waiting until Destiny 2 goes on sale. Because I played the beta and I got killed by Zavala. And I felt I was really salty about that. Anyways, so your hotbar help here. I'm getting back to hotbar stuff real quick. Your hotbar help here is going to be pretty much, it's just the names of what things are. And it's good if you're trying to get used to your techniques, but once you get a bunch of them down and you know what all of the symbols mean, it actually kind of gets in the way. It makes things a lot harder, especially when you're like me and you have stuff all over the place. I do use pet hotbar. I use a mount hotbar, which is nice. It's like little guides you can use when you're on your mount. You have like the egg. It's the thing that shoots out your little chicken, I think. Excuse me. And then display control guide. I'm not really sure what this is, but I think that's a default, to be honest. So then down here you have your cross hotbar controls, which is to hold. I've not used toggle or mixed. I'm not really super familiar with what each one of those does, to be honest. But hold is kind of a standard for us. It's just you hold down the button and you press the next thing in succession. And this is just kind of setting up how you want your bars. The default is going to be your control pad plus your groupings, and then, or the D-pad plus your groupings, and then obviously, yeah, this other option, couple of other options. Thank you. Also, let's see, W crossbar. I'm not sure the W cross hotbar display settings for controller. I've just left this at default. But yeah, otherwise that's pretty much how to set up most of the bars. Now, if you're on controller, if you want extra bars, you go over to custom, and that's where the big stuff is. So, if you want to use the expanded hotbars, which are, it's essentially this. It's where you press down, you're gonna press down L2, R2, and you hold them down, you get one bar, R2, L2, you get a different bar. Now, you can choose what bar where all of those things are. So oh God, and I'm scrolling all over things, because that also does something. Sorry. So you can choose where those bars are. Remember how I said, I can toggle between 1, 2, 3 to 8. I have techniques that I set up on hotbar number 2 that I want to get to quickly, just by holding down my bar in kind of a normal way where I would activate my, my number 1 bar. In order for me to get there quickly, I have it toggle L2 to R2 cross hotbar, and R2 to L2 cross hotbar. Now, you can change what they are, where they go, how they get there. So you can see this. You can actually go all the way through here. You can make them be exactly the same, so you don't have to think about what order you're pressing them in. I have one go to one side of 2 and the other go to the other side of 2, because you only have access to one side at a time when you do that. And it's mostly because you have to use both. You have to use both of your control pads. And so it depends on what you're using it for. If you're trying to just kind of run in there, and there's like a small group of techniques. There's 8 techniques that you want to be able to use just on the drop of a dime. Doesn't really matter. You don't want to think about it. It's got to be something really fast. Then you might want to make these exactly the same. You maybe want to always go hotbar left or always hotbar right. I want them to be 2 different things because for me, one side is healing and one side is my DPS thing. That's just kind of the way I set it up. The next thing is, took us forever to find out what the hell this is. The WXHB hotbar on a controller is when you double tap something, it will bring up a wing, essentially. And again, this is, for me, you can set to what hotbar that is. I set it up to cross hotbar 5. So, and I use 5 because I don't use these other hotbars for anything else. I just kind of put those techniques on there, and then I can access all of them while I'm stuck in hotbar 1, which is really helpful to me. These are really useful for things that you don't need immediately. These are really, really slow to bring up, in my opinion. Some people find them really fast. I think they're a little bit slower. I like this. This is for things that I'm doing like in combat. I use these for things I don't need right away, like my stances. Like I'm not going to be stancing like crazy all the time. I'm probably going to only stance once or twice. I have like another heal up there. On this side, I have like some random stuff that got carried over, basically. But that lets you bring up wings, and you can actually determine how much of the bar you want. You may only want 4 buttons. Now, on a controller, your 4 buttons are only going to be square, triangle, circle, and X. I don't like that so much because my right, I would have loved to have it on my right where I'm doing triangle, square, circle, X, and then on my left where I'd only have to use the D-pad. But in order to do that, you need to have your directional buttons enabled, so I enabled everything. All I can think is, oh shit, it's your boy, what up? That's all I thought of there. Now, there was another section our friend was asking about in terms of drawing and sheathing your weapon. So, one, you can have the game, and I'll get into that in a sec, you can have the game change what your hotbars do, or what your character does in and out of battle. You can have them automatically sheath a weapon, you can have your weapon be drawn all the time once you've drawn it, and you can kind of automate that. I set it up so that I can enable customization when weapon is sheathed. You can actually change how your hotbars behave depending on whether your weapon is drawn or not, which is enable hotbar switching when drawing and sheathing the weapon. And you can enable customization, so what hotbars come up. Again, sheathed versus drawn, it's just kind of what hotbar you end up holding onto. When I was originally palading, I centered everything on hotbar 4 because that was kind of like where I was experimenting with things. So that's why I have hotbar 4, but you can pick any hotbar you want. Right now I just default to 1. But yeah, so, and now getting over to that, let me see, how do we do this? I believe this is under control settings. In terms of sheathing your weapon, you go over to character, and then, here we go. Now you can change things, displaying headgear, manually adjusting your visor, auto-sheathing weapon when not in battle. I have an auto-sheath because it works for me, but you can uncheck this. If you want to sheath, if you always want your weapon to be out, or you're always nervous, oh my god, am I going to sheath it, am I going to draw it again? This is a great way to kind of customize how your character behaves when you're playing. With that is pretty much all my guide. I'm going to try to do a condensed version of this as like a little video at some point, so that I can go over that in a little bit more organized detail, but I hope that's a bit of a guide. As you can see, I use a bunch of different hotbars, like everything. I also have this cooldown bar. This is a keyboard bar. I can't really access these. I do have a keyboard and I could use it, but I enjoy using a controller. That's kind of how I learned how to play. But I like using this for looking at major cooldowns, things that I want to know are going to be up right away. You've heard me talk about this before, and for me it's really just my soft cooldowns, rampart, provoke, things that I need to know. Oh god, something's getting away from me. But really, it's it's my cooldowns. It's things that help me with DPS, which is Zerk and Unchained in this case. And those will switch over automatically with their icons. They're not macros; these are just normal icons. But I like having a cooldown bar. Anyway. With all that done, it's time for a BROLO, because I haven't done one of these in a really long time, and I'm doing Google Library, because I don't think it's going to be crazy hard, and because, why not? Why not? So I'm working on a new rotation right now, opening Infuriate, Onslaught and Upheaval, dropping in a couple extra onslaughts along the way. This is not really, I mean, I'm not fighting a boss, so it's a little different. You'll see me when I do it for the boss, hopefully. These ads aren't killing me. I would pull more ads, but I don't, oh, maybe I can. I don't know if that wall's there all the time. Alright. Oh god. You know what? I'll grab some more ads. Let's bring these guys with me. Let's bring these guys along. God, if we were doing Global Hard, there would be more to that Kermit joke, I feel. Because there's like little frog ads and shit. Alright. We got all these ads together. I go super crazy here. Man, I'm gonna go a little bit crazy. So, how am I gonna do this? You know what? Let's do 1, 2, 1. Oh, we should probably heal myself. Or like not stand in all of the AoEs. That would be like super helpful. I might have to stand stance because I just like stood in a bunch of AoEs like a slob. Like a slob. Let me kill this thing real quick. Excuse me. Use that. is probably one of my sloppier ones. There we go. Ah! Alright. Oh my god. Where am I going? Oh my god, I don't know where I am. I'm going backwards. I'm going backwards. Am I going backwards? No, there's ads over there. Oh, dude. June is back. What up, June? So I'm currently streaming a guide and a BROLO. I'm sorry I can't talk on my keyboard right now. I will eventually. Oh god. Oh god. Oh man. Guys, don't do that. Don't do that. Oh. Damn it. Yawning is real. Yawning is real. Alrighty. Killing this. Probably didn't need to fell cleave that, but yay! Alright. Well, I could have gone probably all the way to this. Alright, well, I'm done. Really important for me to kill this big guy first. He's actually pretty dangerous. Oh god. Oh god. Decimating things! Decimating things! Alright. That was fun. Ah crap, I just gave myself a 2-minute cooldown. Alright, let's see how this goes. This, as you all know, is a giant book. There's a giant man trapped in a book. Giant man book. Oh god. There's no one else for him to cast that AoE at, it's occurred to me. That's gonna be a pain in the ass. Alright. Doing alright though so far. So far so good. Ah, look at it. No it wasn't, no it wasn't, no it wasn't, it was a terrible idea. Damn it! I'm dumb. Curses. Boil again! Use the tell. He's gonna close. I'm gonna use that. Oh crap. Oh crap. Run, dude, run! Oh, did I survive that? Yeah! Barely. That was terrifying. That was freaking terrifying. Jesus, that lasts for a long time. That lasts for a really long time. I can't get out. Fuck it, taking the AoE. Okay, now he's just gonna do like some crazy stuff. I think I'm just gonna end up taking that AoE. It'll be fine. I'm gonna be okay. Alright. Oh, I probably should have used surf there. That's okay, I'm kind of waiting to get this up. There we go. There we go. Alright. Oh god. Alright. Where's it going? Things are going. Here we go. Ah! Getting tangled in my hotbars. That may or may not have been a good idea. Eat it, book! Eat it! And with that, the book has died. I can figure out where this treasure coffer was, figure out where I'm going. Alrighty. Onward and forward here. Do. These things. I grab all these things. Misery and frostbite. Oh, I was losing, brother. I was like, how did that happen? How did I end up frostbite? Miserable and frostbite, they go together, but how did that happen? These things make some weird noises. Holy shit. I'm not joking. They make horrible noises. Oh my god. Ah, one of my legs. Why leg? Why? Why do you gotta be this way? Ow. I'm gonna die in an auto attack. Let's grab all these ads. I don't really know where I was going with that. A bunch of ads should come out here. Or not. We'll have like a super tame pole. This ice sprite, or the super sprite doesn't seem like it's part of the fight here. I'm gonna add him in. The super sprite wants to be friends. What's up, buddy? I'm not sure what I want to do here. I'm gonna save my decimates for. I'm gonna bring these guys with me. These guys will keep it. There's a page 60. Or not. Oh god, it's beating my ass in. These frogs. Dude, I've never actually listened to the ads here. They are terrifying. There we go. Did I go the wrong way? No. Ah. I have no idea what I'm doing. HP back. That's good. Beat this guy to death. Alright, so I've had some dangerous pulse art. These guys hit reasonably hard for tiny little toad people. Alright. Natural history. Music is actually like super relaxing. I'm like getting lulled into sleep. Or becoming war hungry. One of those. I'm not really sure yet. That thing's dead. Oh, this is still alive. Oh, this is coming with me. This one actually had a combo I want to finish off here. Alright, I would have brought that with me. I would have brought that with. The twilight of my wish. I have to apologize, I'm also watching. I'm watching my FC chat right now. I think Charlie may be asleep. That's alright. Oh god, oh, he's in this thing. Turns out you can just like kind of put that inside of him. Kind of cool. I get better at doing this rotation. I'm just kind of messing around right now, but I really should be practicing a little more. Okay. Some deadly books. Oh my god, not the books. Thank you for screaming at me and putting vulnerability on me. I wish you weren't such a hater. I got a ball. I'm gonna beat your ass to death with your own balls. Man, this is a slow ball. There we go. There's one slow ball. Ah, crap. I think I kind of messed it up. I'll be alright. Well, I hope these books come down before I run out of thing. They won't, of course. Because this guy is a hater. Beat him on all attack. Come on. I can't eat those. So normally you would eat those clouds. And this actually might be pretty complicated because I can't eat the clouds. But I can. There we go. Let's... I kind of have an idea of what I'm going to end up doing here. Get burnt. Peace. Alright. That went a lot smoother than I thought it was going to. Alright. 2 now. That's actually isn't too bad. I'm gonna pull these guys farther. Partly because this relaxing music is trying to put me down. You know what? We're not gonna go farther because that owl's terrifying. There's a creepy owl over there, and I don't really want to pull him. He's in my house. Probably wouldn't kill me to pop cooldowns. There. Pop cooldown. In cooldown. Alright, we're gonna kill this thingy first. Alright. That's good. Might as well focus on one of these. Let's have a no-nonsense approach to that. Oh God! Sorry about that, I pulled my mic out. I had to sneeze. I didn't really want to sneeze into my mic. Alright, oopsie. Pull some damage a little bit. This guy's not really hitting very hard. Alright. There it goes. The door is really cool. I think more stuff appears after this. I think at least speed readers first. this gauge the amount of times I was in there. Oh, crap, I actually broke target. No, how did I do that? How did I do that? Poop. That was kind of sloppy. Sloppy. Oh, man. Alright, we're gonna take this owl out first, I think. Oh, it won't let me attack anything else. I don't actually know how this thing works, so I'm just gonna kill it really fast. Oh, crap. I don't know what the hell Tornado does. I know this, I think this thing has an OKO, but I don't remember what it is. I'm like actually terrified of it. Ew. Let's go. How did I do that? Man, I feel like the hardest time I had was with like early pulls in this dungeon. There's some cool stuff you get here. But in BROLO fashion, I must not open the chest. Alright. Oh. Actually, so I'm gonna have to kill this guy like super fast. As he spawns ads after a certain phase, and there aren't enough of my body to do this. Now that I'm looking at it. Okay. This is a boss, so I can actually use my boss rotation here. Void spot over there. Let's keep him like within reach. I wonder if I can do this. So I get one or two, and I get one. No. We don't really have time to deal with ads, do we? This is actually gonna be a hard fight. I would not be surprised if I die here. There's actually quite a few mechanics for this fight. It's not a bad thing, but as a result of that, I have to be really, really on my game. Let's see if I can pull this off. I actually have to be oddly extremely focused here. Put this void spot right there. You know what? I don't have time for that. I don't have time for that mechanic. This, there's no way for me to do, so I'm just going to continue to DPS. There's going to be a lot of ads. There's going to be a lot of ads. It's going to be rough. This is going to be rough. Oh, this is going to be rough. I'm going to die. Oh, look at all those ads. Oh, look at all those ads. Oh my god. What are they doing to me? What are they doing? Why are they jamming me with their rods? Why? Why do you do this? This is gonna be really interesting. This is gonna be a really interesting fight. And you know what? I'm not dying yet, and that's the important. I can actually Zerk now. That. Oh yeah! Holy cow! I have no idea how I did that. Oh. I'm breathing! Alright! that was extremely, extremely exciting. Shout out to Charlie, thank you for joining me. Hope you're doing well. Also, I will do another guide at some point, just kind of a quick hotbar guide, to the like condensed version. I'll probably throw that up later today. In the meantime, yeah, thank you for joining me. This has been Lost in the Depths of Time. But yeah, this was a BROLO, I guess, and we actually survived. Google Library. So until next time, guys, take it easy. Thanks for joining, and I have 5 vulnerability stacks. I'll see you in 2 minutes.
Can I talk now?